All right, so Demetrius, you are now in the process of running 2 jobs at a time, right? Congratulations, you set up 2 jobs in one day. Okay. So the thing with that is,
in 900 feet, turn right onto State Route 85 North.
Since you did set up 2 jobs in one day, you have to go buy more tools because the tools that you have, you left at the other job site. So you had to go spend basically the lion's share of the profit on this from the second job on these tools. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold on to your receipt.
State Route 85 North.
You're going to hold on to your receipt because you've reached your limit. Once the job is completed, you will return the tools, as many as possible. You can recoup all of those funds.
3.9 miles, turn right onto Forest Parkway.
Go from there. And the reason you're going to do that is because you don't want to spend those funds on tools. You want to spend those funds from that job on a month's worth of advertisement, on basically you want to spend that money on paying some debts that you owe, not to the business but to your personal life. You want to spend that money on let's see, you want to spend that money on paying those debts. You're spending money on advertisement for the business. You want to spend that money on pretty much just ads. It's pretty much ads, tools, profit from the job to become more profitable. Yeah, that's a big thing though. So you definitely always need to charge people for the use of your tools, because you have to buy them and they have to get used and then they get lost and then you have to replace them. So tool usage and tool rental is definitely equipment just gets misplaced, lost, retired, worn out. It has a shelf life of who knows how many years, right? So you already know that. It's just it's a fixture, it's a part of the business. So the thing about that is, make a note of that. Return the tools, get the job done much faster than you normally would without the tools. And then once you have that money back, you can have, that money to spend on the other stuff you're going to buy. Like, because this job right here, it's a 510. Then I'm gonna get 700. So from the other one, so that's 1,200, and it's 1,200. 1,200. So that 1,200, you're just gonna pay the one person. That's like 3. Let's say 400. So that's 800 left. Then you was gonna buy some ads. That's like, let's say 800. So that's 225. So that's 575. Then so that's 575. Then you was gonna finish paying up the other person, right?
Stay in the left 2 lanes.
So for the other labor for the job, right? So because out of that 1,200, okay, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna pay the labor, which as of right now, so 250 has a balance of 525.
In 1 mile, turn right onto Forest Parkway.
Yeah, the balance on that is 525. Then, so out of that 700, you're gonna pay out 525. So that means you're going to keep 175, and then complete the job, that other job. So that'll bring in 175, and that'll bring in 265. So 265 plus 175 is 65,
left.
75,
Then at the
30,
next
that's
one,
140.
turn right.
So that's 140 plus 2 plus 1. So 440. $440. And then the advertisement is 2 something, so 225. So then that leaves 440, 225, 15, 215. The tools you just bought are 200. So you don't even make a move on knocking down any of the debt. So that's not the right direction to move in. I mean, yes, you've definitely added more tools to your belt, and the debt, it's an account payable. There's no pressure on it. So it can be paid back at leisure.
At the light, use the right 2 lanes to turn onto Forest Parkway.
So it can be paid back at leisure.
Stay in the left 2 lanes.
That's certainly the case. However,
in 9.3 miles, turn right onto Fairview Road.
doing 2 jobs at one time is, it's good to have those capabilities.
Stay in the second lane from
However,
left.
it would be, it just comes down to a value decision, right? I could pay back the debt, or I could keep the tools, keep the equipment. It just comes down to a value decision. Because it's like, let's say I get another job in, and I need to have 5 people, then I'm gonna need, more tools, and I'll have to go buy those. But the tools that they sold me were overpriced, so I'd rather go back and get the tools that are my price, that I actually want to pay. So there's that. And then the debt, I could just pay the debt back. So it's really just kind of like a value play. I could pay the debt back at leisure. I wanted to get the tools for cheaper. Which one is more valuable to me, right? And honestly, let's see, I can delay both of them. And let's see, is it urgent or important? Or I'm gonna use my dichotomy, right? My mental dichotomy. So if it's important or it's urgent. So really, no, it's not. Okay, is it urgent? Neither one of these things are urgent. Are they important? Both of these things are important. Pay back the debt and return equipment for a fair rate, or keep the equipment. Either one of those situations. So since it's not urgent, but it is important, I should do it later. So basically, I just shouldn't even put any thought into this. Just keep moving forward with things. It'll get resolved later if it needs to. And yeah, I'll just do it later. It's definitely not urgent, but it is important. So I can just do both of those things later. Kind of like an odd feeling that, like, man, I was putting a lot of pressure on myself to think about this, but in reality, I can just think about this shit later. I can just like make these type of decisions and take these types of actions later. Like, I could probably like get someone to go do this on my behalf. Hey, here's the receipt, go return this to the store or whatever, or not even do it and just move on to the next decision to be made, like getting another job and getting 2 crews on that, or getting a bigger job with 2 crews and paying back the debt. So like both of those things are actually urgent. It's urgent that I get in more work, and it's important that the jobs are bigger and I have the capabilities for bigger. So yeah, I'm just not gonna think about it anymore. Okay? Other than the fact that I want to safe keep all of my possessions and property, so definitely need a place to store them. So a storage unit works well. Farewell.